Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got a new recipe for you guys today that I'm really excited to share. I'm sharing one pot chicken pilau rice dish. I'm sure many of you guys know what that dish is. If you guys don't, it is a dish with rice. It can be chicken, beef, or vegetable. It's mildly spiced. It's not supposed to be spicy. So I'm gonna share with you guys how I make it on a busy weekday. So let's get started. I've got chicken here. This is one small chicken bone in. We've got some oil, and here are some of the powder spices. I've got cumin, coriander, a little bit of chili powder, black pepper, salt, some garam masala. These are some whole spices. Right here, I've got one chili pepper, some yogurt, fresh ginger garlic, and 2 onions here. I'm gonna start chopping up the onions, slicing the onions. All right, these onions are really making me cry. Okay, so I've got, I just showed you guys, it's bone-in chicken. Sometimes when I make this dish for the kids, I do use chicken tenders or chicken thighs or chicken breast, but the flavor is gonna come from the bone, so I do recommend using bone-in chicken. And it's okay if the onions are chopped a little large like this, because once you brown them, they just shrink down. And of course we're gonna need rice. I'm using basmati rice. So let's walk over to the sink, rinse the rice, because that gets all the starch out of the rice and makes you, when you're cooking the rice, it makes it more fluffy. So you just wanna rinse it just a few times till the water runs clear. And then I'm just gonna let it soak till I get everything else ready. And guys, all rice is different. Some of them require soaking time of 20 minutes, other 30 minutes. So just whatever type of rice you're using, make sure you guys just follow the instructions on that. But usually all type of grains should be soaked before you cook them. Okay, I think I have to rinse this 1 or 2 more times, and then I will just soak it. And I've got 1 green chili here. This is not spicy at all. You can definitely use the small ones that are a little spicy. Yeah, I've got my pot here and I've got oil in there. So once the oil heats up, I'm adding all the whole spices to the hot oil. And for just max a minute, you want to sear these whole spices in this oil. So this way the oil will get infused from all of these flavors. Keep an eye on it, make sure they don't burn. And my heat is about medium. So you can see they'll sizzle like this, and you'll be able to smell all of these spices. And the cumin will start to change color. It will get a little dark brown. Then you will add the onions and the green chili. And guys, this looks like there are a lot of onions, but they will cook down. And we want these to get nice and golden brown. And that can take, for this many onions, it can take up to 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna let these saute, and then I will show you what they will look like. Okay, so it's been almost about 5 minutes, and I'll show you what they start to look like. These are not browned onions. See, these have just become translucent. So you wanna just be patient. You want to keep on frying them. And this may seem like it's not enough oil, and you may be tempted to add more oil at this point, but do not do that. More oil in rice. The rice just get very oily and they don't fluff up nicely. So we're gonna let this continue to cook. It's been almost about 10 minutes. You guys can see what the onions are looking like. Now before they get more dark, I'm gonna add fresh ginger and garlic. And just cook out the rawness. of the ginger and garlic. Like 30 seconds or so. And then I'm gonna add the chicken, and we're gonna sear the chicken for a little bit. Now we're adding the chicken. And we're gonna let the chicken sear for about like 3 minutes. This brings a lot of flavor to the meat. And you'll see a little bit of sear marks on the meat. That's what you want. Okay, you can see the meat looks like that. Now I'm going to add all the powder spices, and this, again, let those sear just a few minutes. Okay, after you let those powder spices sear just for a few minutes, I'm gonna add the yogurt. I've turned down the stove, so you don't want the yogurt to split. And make sure it's just nice and smooth before you add it. My heat is still on medium. Now we're gonna let this cook. And this yogurt really gives this a nice tang flavor to the chicken. Okay, now we're gonna let it cook again. We're gonna turn the heat back up. Okay. Okay, now it should be looking like this. I let the water cook down from the yogurt, so you'll see a little bit of the oil that's kind of coming to the top. It's separating from the sauce. Now we're going to add water and let this chicken get fully done, almost. Okay, I'm gonna turn it a little low so the water doesn't evaporate that quickly. So about like 15-20 minutes. The pieces for this chicken are small, so it's not going to take that long for this chicken to get done. And then we will come back and I'll show you the rest. So you guys saw me that I added water instead of chicken stock or broth. So another way to make this dish is where you make the stock or chicken broth, and then you boil the chicken, let the stock get flavored with that, and then you sear the boiled chicken, and then you have the stock to flavor the rice with. So this is how I make it when I'm in a hurry, when I don't have chicken stock. If I'm using chicken stock, then I want to make it properly and I want to give it enough hours. So when I do use chicken stock in this, that's when the stock has cooked for about 4 to 5 hours, and then I use it. But just to boil the chicken in a little bit of water, I feel like it's not enough time to give the stock enough flavor. So that's when I make it like this. If you have stock on hand, you can definitely use it. Just make sure you adjust the salt. Yeah. The chicken is cooked. This is how much water you can see that is left in mine. You may have a little bit more, you may have a little bit less. That is fine. So now we're gonna add the rice that has been soaking. And the stove. And we're going to add water. There's already water in there, you guys saw, so I don't want to add too much water. I'm going to just mix this. Okay, so I've got the heat still on medium, and we're going to let this boil till most of this water evaporates. See, right now you can see how much water there is. So I'm gonna let most of this water evaporate, and we should start to see some of the rice, and then we will cover the pot up and turn it even lower, and it will finish off like that. Okay, so exactly after 3 minutes, you guys see how much water has evaporated. You can see it. Now the stove goes super low to your lowest setting. And I have the lid that I have wrapped in a clean kitchen towel. Excuse me. You put that on and then you just let this cook. You can even put some foil on the lid. And now we're just gonna let it cook. I am putting on the timer for exactly 20 minutes, guys. So this is a trick for rice. Once you turn it low and you cover it, you have to let it cook. You cannot peek in there. You can't take the lid off. All of that steam, that good stuff is just gonna leave the pot, and your rice will just not be nice and fork tender and fluffy. So let it do its thing. Do not mess with it for at least 15 to 20 minutes, all right? All right, guys, rice after 20 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, look at that. I'm gonna turn the stove off. They don't look clumpy or soggy. You can fluff them with a fork. Look at this. Just give it a little taste test. It's hot, I don't want to burn my mouth. It's perfectly salted. Just a little spicy because I added the red chili powder, but oh my gosh, so good. That's perfect. Came out amazing. All right, let's put this rice in a platter. Oh my God, it has the perfect kick, guys. And sometimes I even add a tomato to this. Today I didn't. I wanted to show it to you guys without the tomato, but with the tomato it just gives it a little bit of a different flavor. Oops. My kids love this dish. So comforting, it's just delicious. It's like one pot meal. Okay. So you can have this dish on its own, you can have it as a side. I would love it with some mint chutney or some yogurt raita. It came out amazing. If I can give you one tip, just try the recipe out. Even if you don't have all the ingredients, never be afraid to give something a try. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.
Action.
Hello guys. Oh, action, ready?
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel after so long. You guys have probably been wondering where I've been. I've been around. And I'm just gonna slice them. Sorry, I shouldn't be scratching myself like that. And of course we're gonna need the rice. So what I'm gonna do is wash, sorry, no, start over again.